short routine for your low back and hips. We're gonna start laying on our back. So we're coming on to our back. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet to the ground, and you're just gonna take your arms away from the body. Palms are facing up. Maybe step the feet a little wider than your hips, and you're simply gonna let the legs, the knees fall to the left, and then bring them up and let them fall to the right. Nice and slow. I'm not forcing them down. I'm just simply letting them fall from side to side. We don't want to feel anything sharp or shooting here. We're just maybe feeling a little discomfort. Maybe you notice some tightness in that back or the hips. Just keep gently going back and forth. If your neck is tight, you can also turn the head in the opposite direction that the legs are going. And then we'll pause with the knees up. You're gonna bring your left leg in towards your chest and stretch that right leg long and relaxed. Now you can hug around the knee, you can hug behind the knee, you can just use no hands, or both hands. We're just gonna pause here. We're not forcing it in, we're just simply holding it there, taking a couple long, slow breaths here. And then we're gonna be hands free, and I'm gonna circle this leg around. I'm gonna try to make big, slow circles. Like I'm taking my thigh bone, that femur, and stirring it in the hip socket. Nice and big and slow, as big as you can get it. And then we'll switch directions with the way that we're circling it. Again, slow, big circles. And then we'll take a big full body stretch. Stretch those arms long and the feet long, maybe point and flex the feet. And then we'll bring the right leg in towards our chest. Left leg is long and relaxed. Again, you can hug around the knee, behind the knee, one hand, both hands, no hands. Just pausing here for a breath or two. Then we're gonna be hands free as we circle this right leg around. You're stirring the femur inside that hip socket. So we're trying to get this as big as we can. Big, slow circles. And then we'll simply switch directions with the way that we're circling. And then again, we're gonna take that big, full body stretch, stretching arms, either overhead, they can also go out to a T, legs are long. And then we're gonna bring both knees in towards the chest, and this time we're gonna hug behind the thighs, taking those knees a little wider and just giving them a nice big squeeze here. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Arms can take any position that works for you. You're gonna take your right ankle and place it on your left thigh. And it's really just above the ankle. If you can't get the right ankle to the left thigh, you can always take it right next to it. But I'm gonna take it on it, and we're gonna be hands free. I don't want you using your hands here. So you're gonna lift off of this left foot, trying to crunch the knee in towards the chest. So left knee is coming towards the chest, and you're trying to push that right knee away from you. Again, hands free. So I'm really working here. Right knee, I'm trying to push it away. Left knee, I'm trying to pull in. So we have opposing effort here, pushing away and pulling in. Just keep holding that, keep holding that, keep holding that. Keep breathing. Lower the left foot, unhook that right leg. Pause here for a breath. We'll do it on the other side. So left ankle comes to the right thigh, right? I'm going, and again, if you can't get it on the thigh, you can just bring it next to it. It's the same concept. We're gonna lift off of that right foot, pulling the right knee in towards the chest. As I do that, I'm pushing the left knee away from me. Hands free, make those muscles work. We're strengthening the muscles around our hips and kind of creating a little bit more range of motion in that hip joint. So So keep holding that, pulling in and pushing away, but without your hands. And then go ahead and lower both soles of the feet. Again, pause here. And then we're going to just do something to just engage. So if you're looking at me, you might not see a whole lot of movement, but there's movement internally, or there's engagement internally. So soles of the feet are on the ground, my knees are bent. They're about hip distance apart, and it's these hip bones. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the ball of my foot, which is this part right here, I'm gonna push that into the floor. As I do that, I'm pushing my heels into the floor, and it's like I'm trying to engage or pull the heels towards each other, but they're not moving, and then squeeze your knees together. So it's knuckles, heels, knees. Squeeze and relax. Let's do it again. Knuckles, heels, knees, squeeze and relax. One more time. Knuckles, heels, knees, squeeze, push the knuckles in, pull those heels towards each other and squeeze the knees towards each other, hold that. And then this time as you release, you're gonna take the knees wide and try to bring the soles of the feet together. Pause here, take a couple breaths. Just trying to relax through the hips, through the inner thighs, through that low back. And then you can take your hands to the outside of the thighs, bring those knees up. You can take any movement here that feels good, that just kind of wakes the hips and the low back